Welcome, dear learners. Today we are going to discuss about the drivers of human population change. In last lecture, we discussed about various theories of population. Now we will be discussing what are the main drivers that make the population change, particularly human population change over the period of time. Before proceeding to the lecture, I request you to please subscribe if you have not subscribed the channel, like, share and comment. Let's get started. Before starting to the main topic of the lecture, let's have a brief about the human population change that refers to the shifting of population size, structure, distribution across time and space. These changes are not random but result from a complex interplay of biological, social, economic, cultural, political, and environmental factors. Studying these drivers is essential for understanding how populations grow, decline, or migrate, and how such trends affect societies and ecosystems. It also provides insights into demographic transitions from high birth and death rates to lower ones and guides policymakers in planning resource allocation, urban development, healthcare, and strategies for achieving sustainable development goals. Now discussing about the major drivers of population change, in which fertility is the serial number one. It is measured as a crude birth rate or the number of live births per 1,000 people each year in one of the strongest drivers of population change. Fertility levels are shaped by a range of biological factors such as age of menarche, that is the first year of first menstrual cycle in women, then menopause and reproductive health, but are equally influenced by socio-cultural norms, religious beliefs, and family expectations. Economic conditions include the cost of raising children, and women's employment opportunities also play a crucial role. Education, particularly female literacy, along with access to healthcare and family planning services, strongly reduce fertility. Global fertility is declining, though rates remain higher in many developed regions. Mortality is measured by the crude death rate or the number of deaths per 1,000 people per year and is a critical factor shaping population dynamics. Mortality levels are strongly influenced by access to healthcare, including hospitals, doctors, medicines, and vaccination programs. Adequate nutrition, safe water, and improved sanitation reduce deaths from infectious disease, while better housing and living conditions also enhance survival. However, wars, conflicts, epidemics, and pandemics such as HIV/AIDS or COVID-19 can sharply raise death rates, and globally, mortality has steadily declined due to medical advancement, improved public health systems, and rising living standards, though disparity persists across regions. Migration is defined as a movement of people across regions or countries, either permanently or temporarily, is another major driver of population change. It occurs internally through rural, urban, or interstate movement, and internationally through immigration or immigration. Migration is driven by economic opportunities such as jobs and better wages, as well as social factors like family reunification, marriage, education. Political instability, wars, and persecution often force people to migrate, while environmental challenges such as climate change, natural disasters, and land degradation also play a key role. Migration reshapes demographic composition, influences labor markets, and transforms cultural and social landscapes. Marriage patterns and age at which couple begin children bearing significantly influence population change. Early marriage often results in longer reproductive spans, leading to higher fertility rates and large family, especially in traditional and rural society. In contrast, delayed marriage, more common in urban and educated populations, is strongly associated with fewer children and smaller family size. Changing social norms shaped by career aspirations, urban lifestyle, and greater gender empowerment are contributing to later marriages worldwide. This delay not only lowers fertility but also impacts family structure, population growth trends, and overall demographic transitions in many societies. Government policy play a powerful role in shaping population change. Pro-natalist policies are designed to encourage higher birth rates by offering incentives such as financial support, parental leave, and child care benefits, as seen in countries like France and Hungary. On the other hand, anti-natalist policies seek to reduce fertility rates, with examples include China's former one-child policy and India's family planning programs. Migration policy also directly influence demographic trends by either restricting or encouraging the movement of people across borders. Such policies affect not only population size but also age structure, workforce availability, and long-term development planning. Technological and medical advances have dramatically shaped patterns of population change. Agricultural innovations such as improved crop varieties and mechanization have boosted food supply and reduced the risk for families. Medical breakthroughs include vaccinations, antibiotics, maternal care, and even organ transplantation have significantly lowered mortality rates and extended life expectancy. Public health measures like sanitation systems, safe drinking water, and pollution control have further reduced the spread of disease. In addition, reproductive technologies ranging from contraceptives to in vitro fertilization and genetic screening have given individuals and families greater control over fertility decisions, thereby influencing overall population growth trends. Socio-economic development strongly influences population dynamics by altering fertility, mortality, and lifestyle patterns. Industrialization and urbanization shift societies away from agrarian economies, reducing the economic need for large families and promoting small household size. Rising income levels improve access to healthcare, nutrition, and lower infant mortality and encouraging couples to have fewer children. Education, particularly women's education, plays a crucial role by empowering women to make informed reproductive choices, pursue careers, and delay marriage. Together, these factors drive demographic transitions, leading to declining birth rates, longer life expectancy, and more balanced population growth in developed and developing regions. Another factor is cultural and religious, which significantly shape patterns of population change by influencing values, attitudes, and behaviors related to fertility and family planning. Religious doctrines and traditions often determine acceptance or rejection of contraception and define ideal family size. In many societies, a cultural preference for male children encourages higher birth rates and can delay the decline in fertility. Traditional norms emphasize early marriage and large families, while modern values shaped by education, urbanization, and globalization favor smaller families and gender equality. These contrasting influences create diverse demographic outcomes across regions and highlight the strong role of culture in population dynamics. Talking about the impact of environment change, which are becoming increasingly important drivers of human population dynamics, such as climate change, desertification, floods, and sea level rise, which are displacing communities and forcing large-scale migration, often from rural to urban areas or across borders. Resource scarcity such as limited water, arable land, or food supplies can influence fertility decisions as families adapt to economic and environmental pressures. Environmental disasters include hurricanes, earthquakes, or prolonged drought directly raise mortality rates and disrupt livelihoods. These impacts highlight the close link between environmental sustainability and population trends, underscoring the need for adaptive planning in face of global ecological challenges. As we have discussed in earlier lecture, there are several theories for population growth which help in explaining the drivers of population change. The Malthusian theory argues that population grows faster than resources, with famine, disease, and wars acting as a natural checks. In contrast, Boserup's theory suggests that population growth can stimulate agriculture innovations, allowing food supply to keep pace. The demographic transition model outlines how societies move from high birth and death rates to lower ones as they industrialize, passing through distinct stages of growth. The I is called PAT model, links population, affluence, and technology to environment impact, highlighting how human choices and lifestyles shape both demographic trends and ecological consequences. Talking about some case studies, which will illustrate how drivers of population change vary across regions. In India, for example, fertility has historically been high, but it is now declining due to improvements in education and rapid urbanization and extensive family planning programs. Japan, on the other side, presents a contrasting case with very low fertility and an aging population, leading to labor shortage and high dependency ratio. In comparison to these two case studies, in Sub-Saharan Africa, fertility remains high alongside relatively high mortality, but advances in healthcare, disease control are reducing deaths. This combination is fueling rapid population growth, creating both opportunities and challenges for economic development and social stability. To summarize, the human population change is driven by dynamic interaction of fertility, mortality, and migration, shaped further by social, economic, political, technological, cultural, and environmental factors. These drivers influence not only the size and the structure of the population but also their impact on resources and development pathways. Understanding population dynamics is vital for effective population health, public health strategy, sustainable planning, and resource management. Importantly, policies must be tailored to specific national and regional contexts, ensuring a balance between population growth, economic progress, and environmental sustainability to achieve long-term stability and support global sustainable development goals. I hope you like the lecture. Thank you for watching.